It's been exiled.
Don't worry, we weren't live then. But before we get to the silly stuff and the jokes and all that stuff, I do have to say two things really quick. I want to say rest in peace to Dino. I had him as a guest maybe last year on my podcast. I was a guest on his podcast earlier this year. He just passed away yesterday. So rest in peace to him. And he always said, be great to each other. So I want to say that message to everybody. Be great to each other. And rest in peace to Black Rob. He passed away today. So, yeah. I don't know what the hell's in the air of 2020 and 2021. But
COVID.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's like a fucked up, man. Pat, that's last year and this year. It's like crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
It's been a bad couple of years, yeah.
I want to take a sip for both of those two. And then
I got the murder mug.
Yeah.
Murder mug. Got some good news. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Michael. He coaches at Aframs for the football. You know, NFL Play 60. They won it. They won it again this year with his team. So shout out to them. Congratulations to them. To some good news. And then shout out to my boy Mike because he hooked me up with these beers yesterday. He had them posted on his page. He was giving them away. Whoever wants them, come get them. So I went and got them. Tried the pineapple. I had one of the pineapple. I gave my wife the rest of the beer, so I had the pineapple one.
Free beer is my favorite beer.
The sour,
exactly.
Yep, same here. Free beer.
You're not really a fan of the sours and stuff, right?
I like sours. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, but if it's like a sour that kind of takes over that flavor of the IPA-ish flavor, whatever it is, I like it. Like this sour was really good flavor.
You're probably like 9-pin.
Actually, I do.
Okay.
I think I had it like once or twice.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, that's entering today, people, and I'll show you guys in a minute what we're reviewing. But
so who here has like not seen either one of these movies? Or
I seen Commando like 50 times. That's the first time watch for Equilibrium.
Yeah.
I was sure I had seen Equilibrium, but I was confusing it. I must have been confusing it with just about any Christopher Nolan movie.
It's such an interesting movie because like it's such a weird kind of an artifact of the time because like this movie is basically kind of like it's like if you put on one side like before it is like all these movies, these John Woo movies. And then on the other side, after it, you put John Wick. This movie's right in the middle of those.
This was.
I got a little like Matrix vibes in it too.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Especially when they brought in the dog and he basically killed everyone before they hurt the dog.
Yeah. The moves, man. The action scenes, the gun shit, like him fucking
the gun fu. Around.
Yeah, the gun fu. That's what it is, yo. That
like it's literally gun fu. Yeah, dude. What's so cool about this movie is like I feel like this is the best gun fu movie, like legit gun fu, and they just like make it an actual thing in the universe where they do gun fu and it makes you fucking a superhero with guns.
So like from what I was reading, the director basically came up with that in his backyard. Like it's made up for the movie.
That's even better. That's genius.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's so fucking cool. The gun fu shit.
I seen that shit. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Now you see that shit with a sword. You see it with a sword at the end. But with guns, like the dude just sitting there in the middle of them. He just has his gun, and all of a sudden he's doing this martial arts shit with a gun, shooting everybody in the face. I'm like, damn,
dude, it's so badass.
Hold on, what's people drinking? Because I'm excited to talk about my beer.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, talk about your beer.
I'm drinking Shipyard again. I'm almost out. Island Time Session IPA. It's normal 4.5 pussy beer.
So, filling my popcorn and pints mug with my triple IPA. It's called OG's Vengeance, and it's from it's a collaboration between local Fiden's Brewery and Equilibrium Brewery in Lower.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See what he did there, people.
You see what I did there? That's why I was excited.
That's awesome.
It's also 10%, so I'm drinking it very slowly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What you got over there, Ibrahim?
Oh, I don't really have anything. Not today. I'm like now things are like accelerating very quickly. So I'm like doing hella shit.
Yes.
And I get it.
But it's all going in a positive direction. So my film, it's all going in a positive direction. The momentum is building, so that's all good.
That's awesome.
Because sometimes, like, you go the other way, and you're like, "Oh shit, it's not gonna happen." But this is like going in the direction where it is gonna happen. So
Nice.
Just again, keep us posted with that. Let us know, let the people know, and all that, and let us know when if you guys are gonna do like an Indiegogo or Kickstarter type of thing, so we can back that shit.
Hey, Ron, what you got?
I have in this murder mug, double M.
Bright red, that's for sure.
Yes, it's red. You guys can see it this week. Red rum, murder mug. But no, it's like the strawberry Skittles mix.
Oh, you went girly.
Yeah. 100 proof vodka. Like the lemon, the lemon mixer and the red mixer. I forgot what it's called. Shirley Temple mixer. I forgot the hell the thing is.
Grenadine?
There you go, that. But it's delicious.
Pure sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting white girl wasted.
It tastes like a strawberry Skittle. It tastes like a red Skittle. Well, this is red Skittle.
By the way, just noticing our names now. Nice job, Cleric.
Yeah.
I went John Matrix.
Yeah, no, you went with the Commando, so I was like, okay, I'll jump with the other movie.
Popcorn sturdy.
yeah,
Now, like this, I don't know who changed their name first. If it was Chris or James
I think it was James.
between this and Horror with Our Sturdy. So it might have been James, but yeah.
But this is going to be a weekly thing now. Make
Yeah.
up fun names.
Make up fun names for it. Yeah. I wanted to try to find a funny one, but I forgot until before we started. I was like, "Fuck! I forgot to get a name." And I was sitting there, so I was like, "And you got John Matrix?" I was like, "Son of a bitch!" So I was like, "Okay, let me go with the other movie." So
I like it. I like it a lot.
I mean, I don't know if all four of us want to do it. Ibrahim, if you'd want to do it too. But I think it'd be something fun and funny, just something that comes from pull something from the two movies. I will say what I am going to do is it's going to be, let's just say if I pick Cleric, I'll be like Cleric, like Sturdy's still going to be in the name. So it's going to be blank Sturdy is what I'm getting at.
Cleric Sturdy.
Yep. Like, for example, Thursday night, instead of, what was the guy's name? Chocolate Chip Charlie? It was Chocolate Chip Sturdy.
My friend, shout out to my friend Eddie. He used to do this when he was younger. So he is like wrestling fan. So he took any wrestler, like he'll fight with his dog, and he'll be like Stone Cold Steve Eddie instead of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh,
so it's like the same thing with that shit. You just put your name at the end of it.
that'll be fun.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I have not seen Commando, and like I said, I thought I had seen Equilibrium just because it looks like one of those movies I would have seen from
it does. Yeah,
the Christopher Nolan days.
This is like it's like so not a Christopher Nolan.
No,
movie.
it's not.
It's
Like I was.
I have to say this, Chris, just because you just said that, you look like a character that would have been in Equilibrium.
Pale and white, no emotion.
Yeah.
oh my god, that's hilarious.
You just have to look a little angry and probably have your hair a little bit shorter because they wouldn't take you serious.
I need a haircut.
And wearing all black, but I feel like
Wearing all black. Yeah,
That only brings out the paleness more.
I'm gonna say this about Commando though. I'm gonna say this. I think this is one of my top Arnold movie for me.
Commando was fun, man.
it was.
It was fun. It was.
I just kept waiting for him to get into his commando gear though. I'm like, he should have just been in the commando gear the whole time.
Basic.
Motherfucker's walking down a mountain with a log on his fucking shoulder.
For like no reason. They didn't show him doing anything with that log.
They showed a chainsaw first.
just showed him to show him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's what it is with his movies. Like obviously they're all action, but one way or another, he always has to fucking save somebody. He takes out a whole army by himself. He always has a weak sidekick that does one or two things to save the day. And then he either has a love interest, a daughter, a friend, a brother, whatever the case may be. But it's like the same shit in every movie. And he's an actor that I feel, I'll speak for myself, you want to hate him, but you can't. He's like a big dummy that you're just like, oh, this is my
I don't want to hate him.
I do. Like, I don't want to Schwarzenegger. I don't want to be a fan of him, but I am. I'm almost ashamed of that. I'm almost
realize-
ashamed of
I
that,
think-
and there's no reason to be ashamed of that.
This is also like the second or third movie we've seen with like a really young Alyssa Milano in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally forgot that she was in this until I seen her face. I was like, "Oh shit, that's right."
I had no idea, and
And
there
I've
was
seen it a million times. I keep forgetting.
no mention of like there's very little story in this movie, really.
Yeah.
Not that there needs to be, but there's like no mention of the mother because he's
Nope.
clearly just living in this cabin with his daughter.
He said she passed away when his daughter was born, but that was it. Because the
Was
girl,
that it?
Yeah.
the lady was asking about her later in the movie, but it was very brief. Because I was
Yeah,
wondering,
that's
like, what happened to the mother? What happened to her mother?
That's the common stereotype. What happened to the mother? It's always they died during birth, giving birth or
Yeah.
something.
Or an
Something
accident,
killed them.
or a tragic
Yeah.
accident.
You know what wasn't in this movie? They filmed a love scene with Arnold and the main actress that that they left out of the movie because they're like, this doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it wouldn't fit. He didn't have
no,
time for
it
that
wouldn't.
shit.
It would have. No, he's on a like 11-hour timetable here to
Yeah.
save his daughter, trying to fit in, a boom boom scene doesn't
Yeah.
work.
But I mean, if it was Aaron, he would have fit that in like between killing people, like with the
Why-
rocket
why-
launcher.
Well, no, you're
Why-
doing
why-
it
why
while
they're-
you're
why
shooting the
they're
rocket
flying.
launcher.
It's when you're flying in the plane, you're like, we got like an hour trip. Put that on autopilot.
Listen,
Yeah.
now I know what I'd say, and you guys know how I am. But in that situation, I'd be like, I can't waste these 2 minutes right now. We have to go save our daughter. Like, I got to go save my daughter, whatever the case may be. In that sense, but once I'm done,
No,
When it's time to celebrate.
yep.
I'm gonna put my daughter to bed. We're going.
I mean, listen. But here's the thing, though, Aaron. Like, what if you knew that there was like a 60% chance you were going to die? Then are you going to make time?
I'd still have to save my daughter because, like, as much as I love that stuff, I put my family ahead of that.
Okay.
But listen,
Because it's funny, because like you said in the Hawaii nuke scenario, you're getting it on.
Because I can't.
Because that's what I'm trying to say is like maybe there's a chance you're going to die.
That's true.
Because okay, so here's the thing. Because like with the Hawaii thing, or you're on a deserted island, it's gonna explode. You have no way off either way. Why not? Might as well try to blow up at the same time.
Time it right.
that's the
Like
definition
you see it coming, and then you're coming.
that's the definition of simultaneous.
At the same time, you need the best and the worst experience at the same time. You'd be like, oh,
You just die.
they literally make the biggest mess of your life. Get it?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh
Oh shit!
Wow.
I love how that's what Aaron would try to do in that situation.
But when it comes
Is-
to saving a life, like this situation with Commando, you gotta-
Would you still do that if you were alone though? Try
Yeah.
to
like one last boom, just like that.
and then you
jeez.
actually live to tell the story.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Like, how the fuck did you survive? I don't know. Probably because I exploded at the same time.
Was that Nuke the Fridge? Remember that? From that really bad
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones
Yeah,
movie?
you just hide in the fridge.
Yeah, in the fridge.
Okay.
Throw out all the food and hop in.
It's nuclear bomb proof.
I don't know whose idea that was, but man.
But yeah, when it
Man,
comes to
oh,
action
man.
movies, though, I like the simple story.
No, dude, this was great. I don't think there was any slow parts in Commando at all. Like very, very little. Like it just kind of kept it going. It was fun. Great fun scenes. Just Arnold beating the shit out of everyone that crosses his path, basically.
Yep.
And that's all of his movies.
Yeah, it's your
Holding
quintessential.
one dude upside down.
If
That was fantastic.
Scully, upside down. So just holding him upside down. It's like, just lets him go. One arm, man. I'm like, imagine you're that strong. You hold a fucking dude. Straight arm, just holding him. I'm like, damn, man.
I feel like if Arnold Schwarzenegger did a porno, he would figure out a way to make it an action movie.
It would have to be.
I mean,
No,
that's
and
pretty
it's
easy for it to be.
And he would throw an I'll be back. Of course,
I don't want to hear his sex noises.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would not be pleasant.
And by the way, he said the famous line, "I'll be back."
Yep.
Yep.
I feel like he might be contractually obligated to say that in
He
most of his
might.
movies.
As part of his contract, you gotta say it.
Depends on that check. That check's like, look
Hey
at
man,
Yeah.
shit, $50.
If I had a catchphrase and people would pay me the rest of my life to say it, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
To everybody else who
Pay
says
me,
it.
motherfucker.
I'll pee back.
But no, I always like this movie though. It's like
yeah, it was this was fun. And first off, no, I can't imagine there's a mall anywhere in the world that has an army of security guards just waiting to come charging.
Yeah, that was insane. It was like a police station.
Although, but like at the time in the 80s, like a mall was like, now malls are just like these dead thing. It's malls are scary. A mall today is like a horror movie because there's nothing there, no one's there. You feel like someone's gonna pop out and kill you. Back then, malls were malls and people were there, and so
yeah. But are you talking about 30 security guards come running?
If it was a really big, if it was a really big one, maybe
the Mall of America, but I don't know about.
Yeah, if it's hella big and you have to have like basically enough people to cover the whole area, maybe.
Okay, let's go past the mall. Where can you tell me you find a store where you go in and find missile launchers and shit?
So.
I mean, what the fuck?
Somewhere in the south?
No, not in the front of the store.
No, those were in a secure room in the back.
There's a place where you can go in the back. Yeah, you'll find the other stuff.
Shit.
That was dope. That was cool. It was something that didn't surprise you again because of the movie it is, but it was kind of cool.
And the movie poster of him holding the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
That too, but I mean, as far as like that being like a secret thing, because you had a feeling. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, you're trying to open something. Okay, here. Go.
Well, I'm sure he had it at his house, but he had no time to go back home and get his shit.
Yeah, actually, what I was thinking as I was watching that scene is like he's smashing everything to grab stuff, and then he's gently looking for something under the shelf of this. I'm like, why is he not just fucking smashing it? He's breaking everything else.
I liked when he grabbed 5 bullets out of the whole box. He just grabbed a handful instead of just grabbing the box.
That's cockiness. But
he's like, I only need 5.
Yeah, exactly. I only need 5, and I'm gonna take them out.
I messaged you when I was watching this part earlier, James. So I even rewound it. I was like, really? So when he goes out to get his gun from the shed, the fucking call he punches in is 13. It goes 1 3. I thought I looked at it wrong. I was like, maybe I just seen like the last 3 numbers he punched in, or last 2 numbers. No, that was 1 3. Open the door.
It's his daughter's age.
No, you missed it. It's a 4-digit number. I read some trivia about this. It was actually a 3 or 4-digit number he punched in. That was the equivalent of something in Austria, like an emergency line or important number, something like that from like his homeland. Okay. So that's I forgot what it was. I didn't write it down. It was an interesting piece of trivia there, though.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it wasn't just 13. It may have been like 1313. I don't remember.
Oh, could have been, because that's why you probably see 13. He just went quick. That's just the 2 numbers.
Yeah.
But this dude used so many shit for weapons, saw blades. Fucking
dude, that was great. I wrote down like that shed scene after he goes in the shed was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
guy opens the door, he stabs him with the pitchfork, and then he's using this like circular saw blades and chucking them at people.
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
Yeah,
like this was just really fun. I was like fun action all the way through.
It was. Yeah.
He was fucking shit up throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, and even the actress, what the hell was her name? Because
I forgot her name again too. I knew it earlier.
I wrote it down because it's actually pretty funny.
Is it Ray Dawn?
Yeah, Ray Dawn Chon.
Ray Dawn Chon.
Okay.
It's kind of hard not to chuckle at that name a little bit.
Ray Dawn Chon.
Ray Dawn Chon.
But she was great. Like even the female lead, I enjoyed when she shot the rocket launcher to get him out of like the police van, and she goes flying backwards in the car. She
shoots it backwards first, but then flies forward. It's when she turns it around and shoots it. She flies backwards. But what's the chance of that? You never shot one of these things. You're like, if she aimed a little bit higher, would blew up the whole truck and killed Arnold.
Like she makes the joke that she read the instruction booklet, but if you pay attention and you see her wheeling the car out of the store when they're stealing everything, that you see a booklet in there for like instructions.
Okay.
I don't know how she would have had time to read it.
Right.
That's true, because she was like screaming every time they're in a car driving. She was losing her mind. It's not like she's sitting there. We're almost okay. Chase them. I'm reading this real quick.
I did enjoy him when he first kidnaps her, just ripping the seat out of her little convertible car. Getting it.
But then he gets in the small ass Porsche and he don't rip the seat out. He fits in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is he drove the red car and sat in it regular. I'm like, yo, why the fuck? That pissed me off because you guys know how I feel about cars. That would have made me want to shoot that motherfucker right in his fucking big ass head. No.
Hey, he'll save his daughter. He's a big dude. He can't fit. He would have got stuck. He's like, he had to get out quick.
But he ended up driving that same car, and the steering wheel would take up more.
I have to assume, if you're going to put thought into this, that was ripped out so he would have an easier time ducking down and hiding. So he wasn't seen from the person that they were following.
Oh.
Maybe. But he didn't really duck much, but I guess you could say, I'll let you take that one.
I'm trying to make sense of a Schwarzenegger movie and plot holes, and there's not a lot there.
No,
they made it seem like he was like super strong flipping the Porsche over. It's the smallest car. I can probably do it.
There it is. That's a great picture.
With the grenade launcher. That's.
I want to shoot one.
That would be awesome.
You guys always want to shoot stuff like that, man.
It'll be. You tell me you want to go a big field. You have something in the fucking field, and you launch one of those and try to hit it.
I probably would want to. I think.
That's what I thought. It's not a weight thing. Get out of here.
Come on, man. How fun would it be to shoot a rocket launcher into something?
It'd be so fucking awesome. Or drive a tank and shoot something with a tank. It'd be fucking awesome too.
Ooh. Yeah, tanks are fun.
But okay, so it was a little extreme, but you expected for the movie. When he got to the island, there was a shit ton of fucking soldiers.
Dude, I found, I don't know which body counts the accurate one because I found two of them. One, well, I put it in the notes. Aaron made these notes so goddamn big, I can't find it now.
I have to.
Because Aaron can't read, or it's too far away. Body count, 109, 102 killed by Arnold Schwarzenegger. So it was he either killed 102 people or 82 people. So there was a difference I saw.
Jesus.
But that doesn't really seem like there was a need to show him in his Speedo out of nowhere as he was getting out of the plane. And into the
well, he didn't have his swimsuit. He got arrested. He put it in the car. He was planning on wearing flippers and shit.
Yeah, that's right. I saw him grab flippers. I'm like, that was just grabbing shit.
Grabbing everything, man. You got to be prepared.
He was ready. There's
so many movies like this, though. Like a retired fucking army dude was like the man of the army, like one man cell, like fucking just go in there, destroy a whole island.
I mean, it's basically the Rambo sequels, right? I mean, that's Rambo. He's a Green Beret.
That's a Rambo type movie, yeah.
And he just fucking this is just Rambo without the first movie where he goes into a town.
Yeah,
I mean, from what I could tell, Arnold took this movie. His favorite part of the movie was the fact that he wasn't just out there killing people. Is that he was like a normal person in the beginning. Something happened that caused him to actually go and shoot everybody.
Yeah, basically Rambo's he was a little crazy in the
Rambo had PTSD.
Yeah, definitely.
But they fuck with him. They fuck with Rambo. So
yeah, should have left him alone.
Yeah.
So that's why
did you first blood?
They should the celebrity death match. There you go. If they bring it back, Commando versus Rambo.
It's got to be there. By the way, I had no idea Fat Freddie Mercury was the villain in this movie.
Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I seen you guys. You put that in the post. I started laughing. I was like, "What the fuck?" He kind of does. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of looks Freddie Mercury like he had a little weight.
Even Vernon Wells, the actor that played Bennett, the main villain there, is referred to his character as Freddie Mercury on steroids. It just went it was like down to the wardrobe and the mustache. It was like almost a dead ringer.
Steroids. The dude was chunky. He has no fucking muscle.
It was like pre-AIDS Freddie Mercury.
Wow. Pre-AIDS. That dude, he wasn't. That's the thing they should have done. They should have found someone who was like muscular, not as big as Arnold, but I think more muscle. Like he was like the second dude.
It was a little hard to believe that he could hold his own when he's fighting Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Yeah, exactly. Holding him down against, even though he got shot in his one arm.
Yeah,
but Arnold with one arm, he held a dude hanging off a cliff. You tell me you couldn't grab this dude and launch him across the room?
Rip that mustache off his face?
Yeah.
Oh, but then he had enough power to rip a pipe off the wall and throw it at him, throw his chest. That was like a superhero shit.
That was fantastic.
That was...
Yo, when he fucking the elevator or the fucking phone booth, he ripped the
You just fucking shit up, man.
More trivia about the phone booth. Like, again, Arnold was in his prime for like this. He could have lifted that weight, but they made the phone booth out of balsa wood anyway.
They're like, okay, listen, we know you could do it. We're going to make it a little bit lighter so you don't get hurt or anything.
But you don't hurt somebody else.
He's like, no, I want the real phone booth. I want to show my muscles. Just launches across the mall. That's fucking insane, man. He was a monster. He was big as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever seen the movie Hercules will be on the wheel, by the way. I think it's his first movie, Hercules.
I thought, is it Hercules or Conan? I thought it was Conan.
Oh, wait, maybe it was Conan the Barbarian.
He's not Hercules.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he's Hercules, a movie. It was a movie where Hercules comes to, like, the United States, basically, like San Francisco or California or some shit.
Oh, my God.
I'm not lying.
All right.
He's a monster in it. He's, like, huge as fuck.
Then that would have been...
Like, super young Arnold.
Yeah, one of those was his first...
Yeah, Hercules in New York.
Yeah, there you go,
wow.
New York.
But that was like when he was like juiced up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was a monster. Yeah. Oh, there's the telephone. Yeah, he just flips that shit. Roots out of the ground.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
So he did pretty much most of his own stunts for this too. Like, I think he even had to go to the hospital a few times after getting injured.
I believe it. After doing all that wild shit.
Hey, you get paid more. I'm like, I'll do my own stunts.
He only made, I think, $1.5 million for this movie.
Oh, damn.
Something like that.
It's one of his earlier movies.
But I mean, this is what, 85? So
That's a lot of money then.
it's a lot of money then. I think the budget for the movie was only $8 or $9 million, and he made $1.5 million in it.
Damn.
So he made a really good portion. I mean,
As far as merchandising or anything like that, I have no idea. I couldn't find anything that he got a percentage of that stuff. I know they tried making like action figures and stuff. They wanted to kind of cash in off the G.I. Joe popularity at the time.
so what would you guys rate this movie? 1 to 10, or -10 to +10?
I'm going to go 7. Just if you're into fun action movies and you just kind of want to see Arnold kick ass, yeah, it's fun to watch. 7. It's not, no real slow parts. Not a lot of story. I think I even came across something that said at one point they were considering not giving Arnold any dialogue. But there's so many great, there's so many great one-liners in this movie.
No dialogue. He just goes and fucks shit up.
Yeah, he just goes and fucks shit up. He doesn't say a damn thing.
Was Willy's Wonderland, the new Nick Cage movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
That worked.
But like, there's so many great one-liners and just stupid shit that he says in this that I think just makes it even more enjoyable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with an 8 just because it brought back memories. Like, I seen this movie a lot. It's I think it's one of my brothers. We watched it a lot. Me and my brother. It just brought back memories. I was like, holy shit. And as soon as you start watching it, I remember like every scene. I knew what was coming up next. And it's been like a long ass time since I've seen this too. Because when I first seen it, I seen it like every other week. It's like a total of like 20 something times maybe. So yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. I'm not going to say it's an Arnold movie. It's not like a lot of story into it. It's like a perfect formula for an action movie. You just fucking, hey, listen, this is what happens. Your daughter gets kidnapped. You just go fuck shit up, and you save your daughter. That's the story right there. That's all you need to know. And that's it. So it's really fun movie. If no one ever seen this, give it a shot. You know, I like it. So what do you think?
I'm gonna give it 6.5 rocket launched missiles out of 10.
That works.
I like.
I think it's very cool. So to me, like, I always think of this and like Predator as being kind of in the same universe ish. But like Predator is just a lot better. But it's still good. It's still good for what it is because it's very fun. It's very like over the top. I mean, this is like the quintessential 80s action movie.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like this is it. This is what you're getting. You're getting all of that stuff.
What came out first, Predator or this?
Predator came out after this.
Oh, I was about to say it was before this. It would make sense. He retired because he survived Predator.
And then he's like, okay, fuck it, I gotta go. I killed the alien, then they stole my kid, now I gotta kill everybody.
Yeah.
Now remember at the end of the movie where the captain was asking him to come back, and he was, he's like, never again. He said, but there's always a next time or something, and then boom, alien. Like something.
Yeah.
He was like,
I'm telling you, because like Bill Duke is in this movie. It feels like it's kind of,
Yeah.
So we figured it out, people.
Yeah.
Commando Alien is the sequel to Commando.
Yeah. Well, what's funny though is like
Predator.
Predator feels more grounded than this movie, which is and it has a fucking alien that's invisible.
Yeah.
And it feels like a more grounded action movie, but it's still fucking badass.
I mean, in this movie, Arnold is still sniffing out the enemies as they're fucking. He can smell them.
Yeah.
I can smell
He's
your
so
fear.
well trained.
Said that. The black dude was like, do you smell him? He's like, yeah, that's how I found him.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't?
Yeah, he's like, who the fuck trained you? What kind of fucking
Yeah, exactly. You can smell him, you fucking pussy.
And
that's the training.
he's such a large target. I can't believe he didn't get hit by more bullets.
Especially when they were in front of him. There's like a line of 10 people shooting at the same time. But then he gets not hit, but he jumps. But the grenade is what fucked him up.
Yeah,
a little bit.
all the people jumping from like the grenade explosions was ridiculous as he's trying to get into the palace there. Like, man.
That's like fucking straight up any back in the day 80s fucking war movies. It's how every scene was when a grenade got thrown. It's like
people jumping
crazy with their arms like everywhere, and they're doing a front flip and laying on their back and shit. It's every movie.
It's always a flip. It's always
it's always a flip,
and it's like a slow motion flip, and they're going mad far.
See, I can't make a movie because I wouldn't have that. If a grenade hits, I'm gonna have like
people die.
You're gonna see how arm fly off.
Yeah.
And someone just maybe like they fly like 2 feet, like half of their body. The rest is up in the air. It's raining blood.
That happens in the Mel Gibson movie. In the Mel Gibson movie, you get the fucking carnage. You get shit flying. Yeah. People flying. People dying.
I think did it happen in Saving Private Ryan too?
Yeah, there's a lot. That whole beach, like we see people get blown up. We see a guy holding his arm.
Yeah.
Speaking of arms flying off, like part of that shed scene, is that where he ends up cutting off a guy's arm or something like that?
Yeah, he fucking threw the fucking like
yeah, that's right. So like they filmed more of that. Like there was part of the original scene was him slapping the guy with his own arm. But or something like that, but they cut it because they felt it was just too comical or stupid or silly or something.
I would have enjoyed it.
Oh yeah,
just
absolutely.
Pick up his arms and slap them. It would have been hilarious.
But like this movie was tailored for Schwarzenegger after he signed on, because I think from what I was reading, the original story was like about an Israeli soldier that had renounced violence, and then for some reason came back into it. So it was they retailored the story after they got Schwarzenegger to agree to it. And I think Nick Nolte was the original choice for his character.
I don't know. I can't remember what he looked like. I'm sure he wasn't as buffed.
No.
He would have been one of those crazy fucking soldiers that retired.
Yeah, exactly. He would have been like the squirrely, wily guy.
Yeah.
You know, he would like set all the traps and shit for you.
Grizzly. Yep. Have a grizzly beard.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand. The fuck away from me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, so youngin, look at how this happened. And he's like, as he's going through the story, he's training that person.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the Nick Nolte version.
Did anyone else notice in the hotel fight when they break into the other bedroom and the couple's having sex, there's a camcorder set up?
Yes, yeah. They're filming that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was getting wild in there.
That was a crazy scene. At least they had like almost like by height. They had someone of his size.
Oh yeah,
it was like a good matchup.
Yeah, because the black guy he was fighting was almost just as big.
Yeah, he was pretty big.
That was funny.
They just threw him on a fucking broken coffee table or something and went right through his chest.
And then I asked him a question about something. They're like, "Yo, he's dead."
Hey, he had no. You got a couple.
He had a few breaths left.
Yeah,
It was gurgling blood. There's no way in
it
hell.
happened twice, and the other one dude didn't want to talk either. Really, the fucker was like, "Okay, I'll kill you." Oh, the airplane one was just simple. That was smart though. Just sit there like, "Can I get a pillow and blanket?" He already had that shit playing. Was going to happen.
That was a great scene. Like you knew it was coming as soon as he asked for the pillow and blanket. I'm like, all right, how's he gonna do it?
Yeah, he just bends down like he just fucking back elbows him. And he just like snaps his neck. He's like, "La la la, you're going to sleep now." It's fucking crazy. That's what he's saying. Like you said, there was like no slow parts. It was like,
And
it was constant.
I mean, I was kind of cracking up almost right from the beginning because the way they play the credits almost made it feel like a sitcom with him just kind of trotting around with his daughter, doing all these fun little family things, like the music. Then then it goes into a killing spree.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old Incredible Hulk, where the dude's just walking the sitcom, just with the song, he's just hitchhiking and shit like that. Yeah.
Then he goes fucking full Hulk mode.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Would Arnold make a good Hulk since we brought up the Hulk?
Maybe the old school, like if they like something happened, like
80s, 90s.
yeah,
it would have worked way back when, not certainly.
Yeah, but not now.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen that meme, but I think it was like 2016 or 15. They made all these memes like if they made the Avengers in this time period. So like 80s, 90s, 70s, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It was like, so yeah, I mean, if they made it in like the 80s, he would have been, they would have had like some nerdy white dude. It would have been like if Matthew Broderick turns into Arnold Schwarzenegger, would be the Hulk.
Okay.
So yeah,
because they didn't really have this CGI, so it would have been like the old school Hulk where he's just painted green.
Yeah, paint him green.
It would have been hilarious. I would have loved to see him play Hulk.
Yeah, it would have been great to like see him like Matthew Broderick turn into him like that. I feel like that's the whole.
That would have been funny.
If you want to go to a newer thing, we can use one of Chris's favorite actors, Vin Diesel, as the Hulk.
Oh,
that's the 90s, yeah.
Fuck that.
Hulk smash.
But those too many words for him. He can barely handle I am Groot.
Oh, speaking of Vin Diesel, I seen the trailer for that too. They don't go into space, guys. They are in astronaut suits.
Yeah, they're like in the stratosphere, but they're not in space.
They're not into space.
Okay.
I really thought it was like we have to go to space and land on and drive cars around the rings of Saturn or some shit.
That's where they're
like someone posts. So apparently the director of the new Fast and Furious said that it's possible that there could be a Jurassic Park Fast and Furious crossover movie.
What? How? What?
I don't know, but like they're not going to be concerned with that. They're just gonna have the fucking like he's driving and then the fucking dinosaur shows up and he's gotta outrun the dinosaur. I don't know.
He'll be trying to outdrive velociraptors.
Oh my fucking god, man.
Would you watch?
No.
I mean, I would.
I'm not gonna lie. I watch anything. I'm not gonna lie.
I would watch, but I don't think I would like it.
No, I don't think I would like it. I'll watch it.
Put it like this: if something crazy like that comes out, I'd have to say we'd have to put something like that on the wheel.
I'm going to tell you right now, if that comes out, that's going to be the movie where he finally fucking dies and the T-Rex fucking just smashes the car and just crushes him.
I would love that.
No. 9, 10, and 11 is supposed to be the trilogy that finally wraps that stupid shit up.
Good, there you go. 11. It'll be the crossover of Jurassic Park.
The fucking dinosaur. I would be so happy to see like the fucking dinosaur, the T-Rex. Step on that shit.
Yeah,
because like that Jurassic World T-Rex is like I believe that's the same T-Rex from the original. I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think
the one that helped kill the
fucking spiked
dinosaur,
whatever the fuck that mutant dinosaur.
Yeah, the mutant super uber.
Yeah.
Fucking
they had a name. I forgot. I've seen them all too, and I just forgot.
I would love to see that fucking T-Rex.
But there you go. There's our Vin Diesel rant of the day.
Yeah, because there has to be one.
You're welcome.
Oh shit!
But I got some good news for anybody that is listening and watching. We're gonna add a couple more movies to the hate wheel, one each, and we just found.
Gave you one of mine.
I have not sent anything yet.
James hates Jamie Kennedy. Cannot fuck him.
Man, I'm not a fan.
Okay, wait. So what was added? What was just added to the hate wheel?
I put nothing. I suggested I put a movie for
Malibu's Most Wanted.
No, it wasn't Jamie Kennedy. It was
Hates Jamie.
oh, it was Vin Diesel's very first movie called Strays.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
He's young as shit. It's called Strays. I think it's his first movie. It was
And
like when I see the list of his movies, it was the first one.
The same.
So like, I'm just gonna say like I am kind of like not super about adding more to the hate wheel because like I'm already fucking dreading that shit, and we already added some really fucking bad stuff. It's really
We did.
I know.
That's what makes
really
it
bad.
fun.
But I will say this, okay? If we're gonna add, and it's Jamie Kennedy, my thing, and again, I don't really want to add more because it's already super bad. But add Son of the Mask. Add Son of the Mask.
Oh
who
shit!
watched that? Who posted about that?
Aaron, he watched it the other day.
I've seen Son of the Mask is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It
I
is
agree.
absolutely terrible. It is
agree.
absolutely terrible.
I was thinking the same thing. Ibrahim, I swear to you, I think I said this to James earlier. I was like, I kind of hope someone picks Son of the Mask so we can bash it. I just don't want to be the one to put it on the wheel.
Look,
Yeah,
I'll put it on the wheel. Like I don't really think we need to add more, but that's the one that it's a Jamie Kennedy movie. We've already watched The Mask, and it is legitimately one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Ever.
Well, you know, I wasn't going to pick Jamie Kennedy because I don't want to watch this movie, so that's why I went with him.
At this point, I just look for one of the worst movies I can imagine that everybody will hate.
There you go for it.
That's why I put Cool as Ice on there.
Oh,
I haven't seen it,
yeah.
but it can't be good.
I never seen either. I didn't even know he made a movie just about him.
Exactly.
The only movie I thought
You realize
The only part I'm going to like is the music. You're going to hear Ice Ice Baby to it, maybe. You're like, yeah, all right.
Ninja Turtle rap, but that's all I want.
Yeah, there you go, Ninja Turtle rap.
True.
That'd be awesome too.
Now, are you gonna?
I wonder when he gets a check in the mail for his commission off the $4 I pay to rent it.
I can't believe it was $4.
What he'll say.
Bro, you should have gotten like all you had to do was send an email, and in the fucking title of the
Oh
email,
my god!
bestiality movie or something like that, like, and they're gonna give you your money back.
Yeah, just lie. Just say what the fuck. Like I felt offended.
I watched this movie and then I saw him fucking an elephant. Like, what is this disgusting? How could you ever show this on Amazon?
I wish I did that. That would have been fun.
My ears started bleeding. I heard him sing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Ice baby.
I'll do
I'm
that.
not
With,
gonna lie,
I'll do, I'm going to
that
do that
sounds-
with one of these movies when I hit one.
Yeah,
bad
one of these
enough,
hate wheels.
Yeah.
Speaking of wheels, we gotta spin that wheel, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
here we go.
Let's spin
Yeah,
it.
We gotta see if we actually hit that hate wheel today.
Then we could jump over to the other movie
Mm-hmm.
because I could talk a lot about Commando.
Commando was great though. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad I put it on the wheel.
Me too.
It's nothing like, hey man, I suggested the Arnold wheel.
Yeah,
Like I don't watch enough. I wrote down I don't watch enough Arnold movies.
me either. And I seen a lot too. I just didn't see all of it. I didn't know he had that many movies.
Chick fix.
Oh
I
shit!
think, come on, go, keep going. 2010s.
It's 2010.
Oh, so close.
That would have eased the other halves.
Yeah, that
Someone
would
complains.
have got my lady off my back.
You can tell her close. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Maybe next week, ladies.
Aaron, what the fuck? It's not 2000 to 2019. It's 2010 to 2019.
But like the red part up top says 2019 or some shit. It's just hard to see because it's red on red.
Dude, I saw the text, and the text said 2000 to 2019.
It did.
Okay.
And then in big letters it said 2010s.
Yeah.
In the top on the
So you included a decade into that. That doesn't.
it says,
It doesn't belong there. It's
The
all good.
2000s.
I don't remember what I put on this.
me either.
I still want Aaron to watch Deadpool. That's
But we're gonna
Yeah.
find out. Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that'd be great. When they
that's
start
not
playing
on
DMX.
this wheel. That's on the OG wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on the OG wheel.
Oh, what is this gonna be?
Maybe it's
There's
another
some crazy
Zach Braff
shit on
movie.
this wheel.
It's either Kick-Ass or 40-year-old virgin.
Oh shit!
40-year-old virgin.
Okay.
And that's my pick. If it
Oh, kick ass!
Yes, it is.
Oh, she's great.
Nice.
I haven't seen Kick-Ass.
Really?
Who put Tropic Thunder on this list? That's a fun one.
me. I've never seen
Cool.
it. I want to see it.
Oh,
I-
dude.
Oh man,
I love
I-
Tropic Thunder.
I
I saw
put
it. I
Kick-Ass.
saw it when it came out. Cool.
It took. Do you know it took Ben Stiller 10 years to get that movie made? I think something like that.
I'm not surprised. Like The fact that they got Robert Downey Jr. to do blackface is unbelievable.
That's mind-boggling. Yeah.
But the thing is,
they got him to do blackface in that movie.
That wasn't a thing. Right now, they're still giving him shit about it.
A little bit, but he got nominated. Oh man, I wish with the fall.
I can't even see what this is landed on.
I can't
It's Requiem for a Dream. Someone.
Is this another Christopher Nolan movie? Like Equilibrium?
Is this Robin Williams?
No. This is
okay.
This is a different movie.
For a Dream.
Didn't we just watch that? Aren't we going to just talk about it right now?
No.
We're talking about
That's a very different movie, my friend. Requiem for a Dream. This is the movie. So like, you know how they have all those bullshit PSAs in school, like don't do drugs. Blah, blah, blah. No, show this fucking movie, and then kids are gonna not do drugs.
Oh, good. This is Aaron.
Okay.
You get really stoned for this one.
Talk about it like I'm not going to smoke ever again.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna smoke as I'm saying.
Well, it's not even about weed. I don't think it's about weed. It's like heroin,
Oh,
coke,
okay.
prescription drugs, and maybe
The
like
hard
one other
shit,
thing.
the hard shit.
the shit that really fucks you up.
Gotcha.
You know, a little
All
weed's
right.
not gonna.
The title sounds familiar. I don't think I've ever seen it though. Unless
Again, it seems
Ryan Phillippe in it.
No,
Oh, okay, that's not the one I'm thinking about.
it's a young Jared Leto.
Oh, okay. I've definitely never seen it.
What's her name too? Who's really like she's been in everything. I forget her name. Anyway,
again, it looks like a movie I think I've seen, like Equilibrium.
You're like, yeah, that title. I seen that. You
Until
look
I
at it,
start
like,
until
never
I
mind.
started watching it today, I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I haven't seen
No,
it.
I definitely never seen that.
yeah, Jennifer Connelly's in it.
Oh, okay.
Marlon Wayans is in it.
Hey, young Jennifer Connelly auditioned to be Arnold's daughter in Commando.
Should have given it to her.
Yeah.
She needs to be in every movie because she's like, it's kind of funny because like she's been in so much stuff. Like she was in movies since she was like 12.
Yep.
And she's like gotten hotter and hotter,
He's married to Paul Bettany.
which is like it's like she's really beautiful and she keeps getting more beautiful over time. Is she like a vampire?
And she's
Something
married to
probably.
married to
Could
the
be.
Vision in the Marvel universe.
She's got that money. That
Yeah.
helps.
Oh yeah, she's got money. It helps when you've been in like major films since you're like
Major
a
ones.
pre.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
30 years.
as long as your parents didn't just like, you know, do the Macaulay Culkin and just steal all your fucking money like a bunch of pieces of shit, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
Yeah,
There's
they did.
There's other actors that happened too. They did that shit too.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I mean, they basically, you know, they kind of pseudo pimp out their kids. They're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Timmy will do this,
Yeah.
and then like, you know, because their parents get the money.
Mm-hmm.
The kids don't get the money. They can't legally get the money.
How greedy are you though? You could take a little bit. Just give the fucking money to your kid.
I know, but that's the thing. These people are like, they're fucking super greedy, man.
Yeah, man.
Super greedy, and sometimes when you mix family and money, it fucks up the family.
Oh yeah.
What would be a fair percentage if you were to take just some of that money?
They should probably get like manager or agent level. fees,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I would say at most, just to make sure the kid has a comfortable living experience, cover all.
That's
the
what you
bills and
want. You
stuff
want
like
your
that.
kids like even if they don't want to act number when they hit 18, they should have enough money where they are settled. You know, they're set. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I mean, as an example, so like I saw some like behind the scenes stuff of like some of the films Haley Joel Osment when he was a kid. He like his dad. I don't know if his mom was around or not, but his dad would coach him in acting. So his dad was a big part of why his performances were so good. And so the dad was on the set all day, and he was super involved. So that makes sense. Like that's.
He gets
You
a
could
bigger
see
cut.
Sure. Well, that he should take some amount of money because like Haley Joel Osment was an incredible child actor,
He was great.
and he put in some absolutely incredible performances. And it always like it takes a team of people to do stuff like that. You know, like it's not just like one person and then it's just them. It's like it makes sense that his dad was so involved, helping him be that good.
Yeah.
What is shit? What's the Seth Rogen show that was on Hulu that he was in with the kid from the Hunger Games, and I can't think of what it was now. The time traveling show. Shit.
The time traveling show.
it wasn't. It's not even that old. I had a couple seasons.
I don't know, but that show's making me want to watch. What is it? Land Before Time.
It was fantastic. It was
Living in the
Land Before Time with
Yeah,
the fucking with the dinosaurs.
That's just the dinosaurs.
But the
Dude, that shit was good, man. That
It
shit
was.
was
I'm
really
not gonna
good.
lie. It was good.
What was it? Littlefoot got killed or something? Something.
No.
Future Man. That's what it was. Future
Oh,
Man.
I remember a Future Man. Okay.
That show was hilarious.
Littlefoot don't die.
Yeah, who's the one who got killed in that show? In that movie? It's like one of the movies. One of the dinosaurs died, and it was like, no, the mom died.
The mom died.
Fucking mom died. Dude, that was like depressing, dude.
No, it's like it's one of those movies where they try to fucking like
Yo,
make a kid cry in the first scene.
Children's movies are real fucked up and emotional.
They are. I think that's for the parents because the kids are really not knowing what's going on. The parents are in the background on the couch. You motherfuckers!
Yeah, they killed. Dude, that scene was like dark, dude. That scene was dark.
Actually, I think there's a list. It's one of the darkest
Yes.
in movies.
In children's movies, it's one of the darkest moments.
It was crazy.
Dude.
But they made like 12 of these fucking movies too.
They did, dude. They made like so many of them.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that studio ended up going bankrupt. But they made some incredible movies. They made all those. They made, I think, what was it? Like The Secrets of Nim? Something like that?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, with the little mice and the fucking owls, the scary-ass owls.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That was another one that was hella scary.
When you're little, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? You creep the shit out of kids. You watch it because you're like, and you watch it,
cool.
like, at the time, like, I had a cousin, like, they're like 4, 3 watching this shit. And I'm looking at them, and they're just sitting there watching. I'm like, this shit, how's that not creeping you out?
It's hella creepy, too.
Just how the owl and shit looks, you're like, well, you should be fucking having.
Bro, the fucking eyes were like crazy, dude.
Yeah, just crazy.
Yeah, it sucked when they went bankrupt too because they made some really legit stuff, like super legit. But it couldn't last forever.
No.
So anyway, yeah, Equilibrium.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this movie is basically The Matrix. I mean, it's really it's super. It's really The Matrix with gun fu.
It's kind of. I thought it was like a Matrix cross with John Wick after, especially because they brought in the dog.
I was like, this is a lot of fucking Matrix shit. I'm like,
this
is
like pre-John Wick. This is like the prequel to John Wick.
Yeah, this is like John Wick, where he's from, like before he
John
worked
Wick's
for the
origin
Continental
story.
Yeah.
I can't. But to be fair, I can't imagine a better thing to go to war for than trying to save a puppy.
Yeah.
I mean, hang on, really quick, because in the first movie, the guy went to war to save his daughter.
Yeah.
Don't you got to kind of lean towards your daughter?
Puppy.
People go for pets.
Yeah.
But no, this shit is crazy. Like, imagine that though. You're like this fucking zombie because you take that fucking.
Mm-hmm. Take the drugs.
You start getting feelings. All the emotions, what you did, just come flashing. Like he killed his one dude for doing the same thing he's going through right now.
Yeah.
It's like his partner. Like, of course, he didn't have feelings. He didn't really count him as, I love you. You're like my partner. But he's just like, I killed this dude for wanting to feel this way.
And then he kind of develops feelings for
the partner's girlfriend.
His
that's nuts.
Yeah, that he can't save.
It's kind of
I forgot her name. What's she in? She's in
what is she? Is it Emily? No, I forget.
Was she in like Grey's Anatomy and all that shit?
No, I don't think so.
I think she's like a Brit, right? She's like a British actress.
I don't know. She looks really familiar. Like her eyes look really familiar. Like I've seen her in a lot of shit, like and stuff. I don't know.
I mean, they did a lot of like they had a great setting and everything for this movie to try to drive home that authoritarian regime is kind of in place.
It's Brave New World. It's Brave New World in 1984 kind of put together because there's the figure, the figure who's running the government.
Yeah,
and it's always the hypocrite that's not on the drug. The one that feels it's just a power thing.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they filmed most of this in Berlin because of the fascist and architecture that was still around and things like that. So the movie had that feeling that they really drove home. But yeah, the emotional impact of never feeling a feeling basically, and then having it all flood in is an insane concept to try to wrap my head around.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do. It has to be like a mind break. You would just sit there and like lean against the wall and just rock because you wouldn't. I mean, that flight, man. I wouldn't even know what the fuck and how to feel. You know, it'll be crazy.
I mean, he didn't even really break until they burned, you know, his new love interest kind of there.
True.
That he
that's when he snapped.
That's when he snapped.
Okay. He's like, oh, fuck people. Oh, by the way, so this is the part. I don't know if anybody else caught it. So you know how they can't feel no emotion or anything? They sure had the dude smiling all the time.
Oh, Taye Diggs?
Yeah, Taye Diggs. He's like smiling.
I noticed that too.
That's feeling. You're feeling happiness.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird because like they basically have this hierarchy where everyone stabs everyone in the back.
Yep.
And that's like the whole point of the society is the more people you stab in the back, the higher you're going to be. So like, I guess you're happy because you get promoted for stabbing people in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess in that sense, that's why Taye Diggs was always fucking, got the fucking smile on his face.
Everybody,
like that's his
you're
job.
Not supposed to feel. Yeah, you're not supposed to feel anything though. You're supposed to be like a robot.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that with him smiling and everything because he's like the sex symbol for the lady. So like he has to at least smile or take his shirt. So it's like okay, he'll smile in this movie just because. I mean,
I thought he showed more emotion when he wasn't supposed to than any of the other actors. Honestly, I thought.
Yeah.
I feel like you could read his face more.
I know you're gonna hate this part, Aaron, but you know how they were practicing and where he was like actually hitting Preston, but at the end. It's like the fight scene. You're like, oh, it's gonna go down. It was like 1 second. The motherfucker did some sword foo. He just sliced him off.
He sliced his fucking face off. He stood no chance, dude. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, he was never on his level, and like,
no,
I bet you, Preston was like making him think he was on his level.
Yeah.
And so then he was like, no, motherfucker, I spent like, he's like that kid who played the fucking MMORPG for like 50 hours a week, and you think you're on his level. No, you're not on his level. That's all he did.
I laughed at that part because I thought it was gonna be like an epic fight scene. And the dude was like, he grabbed Taye Diggs grabs the sword. He's like, and he's talking to him. He's like getting ready. Then he was just sitting there like just staring at him. He has his sword. He's just like, it just fucks him up.
He's like,
what the shit?
I was like, don't slash the suit. I intend to be wearing this a long time. I was prepped up for like another few-minute good fight scene, and then literally like 3 sword swings, and it was over.
It was over. It was over.
Like what?
Yeah.
See, now with that scene, I think the concept of cutting the face cut was cool, but the way it looked was fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's something.
That was not.
That's something hard to do. You gotta like, I don't know how you do that practically, but you gotta try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that would be fucking badass.
To be fair,
I don't know how you do it. You gotta get like a dummy. And then a fake face, and then have it fall off the dummy.
I feel like we'll find out when Mortal Kombat comes out next week. Hopefully.
Definitely. I already seen the arm rip on that. That was pretty bad looking.
Yeah. Well, when the dude froze his arms.
Yep.
Yeah, and he ripped Jackson's arms off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sub-Zero.
Pumped up for that.
I'm pumped up for it too. I can't wait.
But no, dude, I wrote like the sword scene in general when he takes out the group that surrounds him at first is awesome. Like, like every fight scene in this movie was super cool.
They're fucking badass, man.
Yeah,
this was
really the guy who directed this, Kurt Wimmer. Like he did. There's basically another film like this that he did with Mila Jovovich, but it. Yeah, that's Mila Jovovich. But it's a piece of shit, unfortunately. And so then it's a piece of shit. And then after that, they basically banned him from ever directing another movie. So which sucks because this movie's good. And like and the gun fu is so cool. It's so fucking cool, dude. Especially the way because in this movie it's a martial art form. Is an actual fucking martial art form that they teach people. And that's just so cool. Yeah. Neon Flux.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, that movie is about like it's not terrible, but probably what you saw was like there's like an extended director's cut version, which is better.
Oh, okay.
It is better. But there's some fucking like he's got some cool ideas about how to do action, and they come out in those 2 movies, and they're it's just this really stylized, like super badass, super R-rated. It's really fun. It's really fun and cool.
I like it.
And this movie takes place like way in the future. They don't nail down any kind of actual year, but they have purposely, even the director said they purposely avoided using any real science fiction-y, like futuristic technology to try to keep it as grounded as they could, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because
it looked like they had some futuristic shit, but then he was driving like a regular car.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that really looked futuristic, I guess, would probably be like the setting and the city itself.
And the Batman blimp.
Yeah. But when it came to the weapons and the stuff they interacted with and the things they used, there was nothing real futuristic about that.
No, it was like normal machine guns and fucking handguns and shit. Except for the spikes coming out the bottom of the handgun. That was pretty badass.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I want one. I said I need that gun. Do they sell that?
I want that.
I gotta find that gun.
Yeah, I love this movie. I feel like I saw this like when it came out back in the day and was just like, because like I feel like you see this after you see The Matrix, and it's not as good as The Matrix, but it's kind of like in the same. It's trying to like take philosophy and make it palatable while also just giving you some fucking crazy badass R-rated action. Yeah. And it's just like, okay, I'm down for this. I love how all the people, they wear these like fucking motorcycle helmets, like all the bad guys.
Oh yeah.
And they're like these all black. It's just like, yeah, I want to see these fucking guys get killed. It's super weird.
Then all the clerics are wearing like those fucking button up like trench coat looking things.
Remind me of like some high priest or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the huge collar.
And actually, there is a movie called Priest where the priests wear that shit, and that's like a kind of like a martial art priest versus vampire type movie. I don't know if you ever seen it, Aaron. It's like in a horror category. It's called Priest.
Oh, I think I feel like I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same look. They drive more like the priests are on a motorcycle, but he has that same like setup with you got the white collar, but it's like buttons, like kind of like the clerics are wearing here.
This is the Paul Bettany movie, Priest, the one you're talking about.
Yeah,
is that Jennifer Connelly's husband?
Yeah,
dude. And
he was in another badass B movie, Legion. I don't know if you guys have seen Legion.
Yeah,
that's a fun B movie. I love that movie.
I haven't seen that one. Does Sean Bean ever play a role where his character doesn't die?
There's very few. The majority, he dies in almost every movie. Almost every fucking movie he dies. So this is a really funny like story. So I heard Sean Astin was talking about like when they were doing Lord of the Rings, and so apparently they were like at some place in New Zealand about to shoot, and it was him and Elijah Wood were fucking playing GoldenEye on N64. They're playing GoldenEye, and he said that he's playing against somebody, and he like goes around a corner and he shoots the character, the N64 version of Sean Bean in the face, and he looked over, and then Sean Bean walked into the room.
Oh,
that was really funny. But yeah, he dies all the time. He just, there's
like,
very few.
They're like, hey, we need you in the movie. Of course, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I know.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, he dies. Lord of the Rings, he dies.
Well, Game of Thrones, everybody dies.
Well, I mean, there are people who die and come back in that show.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's all kinds of shit that happens. But yeah, he dies a lot. A lot. Yeah, I think it was Emily Watson is the chick, the kind of love interest.
Yeah.
She's in a fair amount of stuff.
I know the name.
Yeah. You know the face. You know the eyes.
Emily Watson.
Yeah.
Emily Watson was all Harry Potter.
That's Emma Watson.
Oh yeah, that is Emma Watson. Damn, you're right.
Because that was one of my first thoughts too when I
holy shit
saw that name.
That's right.
You know what's funny? This movie, this movie was called different things in different countries, as I learned. So I guess in Denmark, Finland, and Sweden, they called it cubic.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
And in Japan, they referred to it as rebellion, which seems right for Japan.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
That works.
Yeah, because in Japan, they might be like, why did they rebel?
Yeah.
We don't understand.
What was the vials called? Pro something? Was it proto something? Start with a P, I think, right? The shit that they injected in her neck.
Oh,
Protocil.
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot too. I think it starts with a P. I could be
It
wrong.
does.
And okay, here's the twist. I did not know. I really thought his son was a dick. It was like,
Oh yeah.
but the twist was him and the daughter. They
Have
already
not
knew
been
they were
taken.
just playing that shit.
Dude, and
I was
how
like, wow.
how creepy is it to see kids with like no emotion, just dead face?
Yeah.
It's pretty scary.
It's fucking
That's pretty
scary,
Like,
right?
the kid's job is to narc on his dad and
Yeah,
fucking
he did a good
stab him
job.
in the back.
The daughter they didn't really show, but when every scene they showed her, she kind of had like a smile or something. Like you're like, okay, but the son, he played that shit like a robot. And
The
he was
son
like
was
grilling
scary,
his
dude.
father. He was like,
Dude, it's like
"Did
Children
they
of the
take it? Did you
Corn
go-
creepy.
You go and refill your
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
man. I was like, damn.
Dude, it was scary. Yeah, the scene. Did you refill your
Yeah.
vial card? Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to. You have to do it now at 2. You have to do it at
Yeah.
12 p.m. Or else.
Yep.
It was
That's
like,
why the end. Then he was like, "How did you know?" He was like, "Oh, when blah blah." I was like, "Holy shit, that was a
It's like
twist."
it's
I
my
did not
job to
expect
know
that.
what you're feeling or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow, that was."
Yeah.
I didn't
crazy.
see that. I did, like to the movie's credit, like I didn't see a lot of the twists that came, like the gun switch when
Oh yeah,
Christian Bale first says, "I brought you the," they were bringing Christian Bale in, and then he says, "I brought you the resistance leader," talking about Tay Diggs. Like, holy shit! Didn't even think of that.
I
And
like
then,
how
of
they
course-
did the flashback though. They
Yeah.
showed how it happened.
And then like the double cross when they bring Christian Bale in and he's in the chair and they tell him, "Yeah, we know all about you and what you've been doing."
yeah, it was crazy.
A lot of big twists in this movie.
Yeah,
yeah, this movie it's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, and I feel like this if this movie came out today, I feel like there'd be more stuff in this universe. People would want to explore it more.
I would think so. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
think if you're going to put this movie out today, you got to do a little bit of a better job with the background and trying to build a little more story in. Felt like there was some stuff that it was a little lacking in that part. Like him building a relationship with the resistance that just kind of went to non-existent to happening.
Yeah, that's like something that if there was a sequel or something or some continuation like a TV show,
It could pick
They
up.
would-
So if they did that and it was made today, you think it'll be bigger than it was when it was made?
maybe it does have it's very much so got that John Wick. I think that's a good because it's like a really big actor, very stylized action, and like the world building. Like you put those 3 things together, that's basically what this is.
Yeah.
So it could be. I don't know. I mean, this thing didn't really do great when it came out, but I feel like this is a big cult movie, really.
Just watching it, the fight scenes. I don't know how it's not big just for the fight scenes.
I know,
the Kung
right?
Fu.
Yeah,
I would
the
have watched
Kung Fu
this
is
shit just for
amazing.
that.
Yeah, it's amazing, and especially like the fact that it's not watered down PG-13 shit. Like
Yeah.
people die, and it's violent, and it's stylized violence.
Yes.
One of money-wise, one of the interesting things I saw, like this movie made back its money and was profitable, and Miramax at the time had basically once it became profitable, basically cut like all advertising for it, and then just kind of let it run its course because they didn't want to pump more money into advertising
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
because they had already made back whatever their goal was or something like that.
Still, though, with
So
some-
it never had that full-fledged, blown out everywhere release.
just think.
Yeah,
I
Hey.
don't know. They should have done a little bit more. Could have got out there. They could have made more money. Like I said, the fight scenes and shit. It's so awesome. People.
the
would
fight
watch
scenes
that
are so cool.
They were great. Like I didn't even give a shit about the story. The fights. I was
shit. You're like, just let me see the.
awesome.
I bet it's on YouTube. Just all the fight scenes.
Yeah.
And you just watch it.
I was just like looking at some of the gifs and shit, and there's a bunch of like really good ones of like when he kills all those people, when they when he flips the guns back on them, and then
The-
shoots them all.
With the puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene. Yeah,
Oh yeah, the dude
when
where
he was going to go in his trunk.
yeah.
the scene
He's
where he
like, I
first
wouldn't
saves
do
the
that.
puppy.
Just fucked everybody up.
That was
Fucked
awesome.
them all up.
Killed them all. Fucking them up. He killed them all. I'm like, what the-
Yeah.
But
That's
He's a fucking cleric. He's a gun fu like black belt. You can't fuck with that.
I do want to go back to when you were mentioning like the guns were part of the martial arts. What I liked about it is when they showed like the little diagram of the fucking guns with the martial arts, and when the guy earlier, when one of the head guys was explaining to the recruits or whatever you want to call them about the guns with the martial arts, and he was saying like if you put 160% in or something like that, I forgot, you'll be this much better at it or some shit.
Yeah,
I love that. I know what you're talking about, because basically they're saying like if you master gun fu, like you will be able to like basically use one bullet and kill like 10 people.
Yeah,
they needed to put in some kind of explanation, because I'm watching this and I'm thinking, how the fuck has he not been shot?
yeah.
Basically, in some of these fights, when there's 20 people around him, like how does none of these people get him with one?
It's the gun
anyway?
fu, dog. It's the gun fu.
And
I mean,
It's a Matrix shit. He knew where to turn. It's just
exactly like that. And I think Chris makes a good point, but like that's basically what it is. It's like if you master these techniques, like they've created these techniques that understand. Okay, in a firefight, here's where the bullets are gonna go.
Yeah.
And here's how your bullets go. So you just do these fucking moves, and then the bullets will miss you, and they're gonna kill them.
And the thing is, when he's standing there, he knew exactly like the first guy who's gonna pull the trigger, then the next guy, then the next guy. He's like moving for each finger pull.
Yeah,
he's just fucking people up, dropping them. It was awesome.
It was dude. Some awesome gun scenes.
Fucking great.
Yeah, it's so cool. I just like this is one of those movies where I'm like, more people haven't seen this movie.
Yeah,
This movie's fucking amazing.
First time watch.
Again, I thought I had seen it, but I guess
there's so many movies you think there's. Just by the title, you're like, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, especially like Equilibrium, Christian Bale. I've probably seen that, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've seen that. Like, nope, never seen it.
And both were fun movies. I will say that. Like,
oh yeah.
Again, Equilibrium, you really didn't need the story. Just watch me. I watched it mainly for the action. I'm just like, but it was fun. It was fun.
I mean, it almost wasn't Christian Bale that was the lead. It was almost Dominic Purcell. So because Christian Bale wasn't available at first, and then he became available, and they gave him the role. Otherwise, it would have been Dominic Purcell.
I'm very glad.
Who was one of the resistance fighters at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So, how'd you guys feel at the very beginning of this movie where they like destroyed the Mona Lisa?
Okay, I was confused. I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?" I thought they were there to rescue the stolen art.
No, me too, man. I had that same train of thought, and then they just burned it.
Then they explained it because it gives you feelings and emotions for shit like this. You like burn it all.
Everything's black and gray, no feeling from anything whatsoever.
Yep, just burn everything.
Yeah,
like, Jesus.
So you're like a robot, and I'm in control. Like, I'm not taking the shot. You guys have to. It's almost how the times we're living in now with the COVID vaccine or something.
Get that 5G. Get that 5G.
The 5G.
I want my tracking device.
I got the 5G.
Well, there's some people that call it the mark of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
How were you feeling after?
I had no side effects.
Huh? I get my second one next Saturday, so we'll see how I'm feeling next Saturday night.
I got the Pfizer. I was worried about that too because I got it on Saturday morning, the first one. Then the second one's the same day, just I think 3 weeks later.
Yep.
And I was like, oh man, I hope I don't I can't miss the podcast. But I felt fine.
Priorities.
Priorities. The next day I felt fine.
My girlfriend and mom both got their second shots, and they said at most they were just tired and slept a little more, probably.
Not even that. I was like up at my normal time in the morning, making my coffee, walking around. I'm thinking to myself.
The second one's supposed to have a stronger kick.
Yeah.
For some people, it doesn't.
But I think it's.
The thing is, the people who get a really strong reaction, they said there's a possibility they already had COVID. And the body was going in overdrive because it recognized.
So that's a factor. The Moderna one I've heard has been giving people more problems than the Pfizer one.
I got the Pfizer. The J&J got shelved.
I've also heard the younger people have more problems with the side effects than older people because their body's more in tune to. So
basically, if you don't have a strong reaction, you're an old man now.
Basically, the strong reaction is...
Yeah. I'm old, guys. I'm old.
Yeah, if you don't have a reaction, you're too old and you're not worth saving.
So, 38. I'm old as shit.
See, now
But no, I got lucky though.
I got mine.
Well, I mean, Aaron's not going to make it past 40 anyway, so.
He's giving me 5 years, people. That's terrible. You hear this? But no, I got mine on Tuesday, the first one. I get the other one in like a month from Tuesday. I think
I think it's like 3 weeks or some shit.
Yeah, May 20th. The day of, maybe even the day after, arm was a little sore. Then after that, I was fine, a little sore. And then so my wife, she was a lot more sore than I was, her arm. And so we were laying down in bed one night. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I forgot which day it was. So she was like, "How's your arm?" I was like, "I'm good." I was like, "No." I asked her how her arm was. She said, "It's sore." She's like, "How's yours?" I was like, "It's fine right now." As long as. So what does she do? Oh, it's fine. She smacks it.
No, I used to do that with my knee. When you fucking like, I hit my knee against the thing. It pissed me off. So I'll punch my knee. Yeah. You punch yourself. You're like, you fucking piece of shit. No, people do that.
No, but she hit me.
Oh, I thought she hit herself.
No. Her arm
is that not something she does usually?
Yeah, I know, right? Lucky it wasn't your eye.
Was sore, and I was telling her my arm wasn't. Like, as long as you don't touch it, it's fine. What does she do?
Hey, he wants you to feel the same
It's
thing.
like you asked her to.
Yeah,
I did not.
What one did you get, Aaron?
I forgot.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I got the first shot. I was fine. I do think my arm was probably a little sore. It felt a little sore, a little longer than when I get a flu shot or something like that. But
the needle, I didn't feel at all.
No.
Like, I watched it. I didn't feel like going. I'm watching. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I always watch.
And then when they push the medicine in, well, I guess maybe it's with thicker needles too. When they push like the medicine or whatever in, you kind of feel pressure when they're pushing it in. You don't even feel anything with that.
No, I don't feel shit.
Nope.
It was quick and easy.
Although I did make the mistake of getting it on my right side instead of my left. And my right, I'm right-handed.
Okay.
I didn't think of it because they're like,
I'm going to tell you something. Okay. So
they're like, "Do you have a preference?" I don't know, right? And I didn't think about it until they were doing it. I'm like, wait a second. I usually get all my shots on like my left side. I'm like, I made a mistake.
I got to think about this. So I got mental problems. All right. So here we go. I always get in my right side for the reason. So my first shot I got on my right arm. The reason, I'll tell you why. So when the second shot, they're like, "Oh," I sat down in a chair. They're like, "Oh, you're going to use the left arm?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I wasn't thinking. They stabbed me in the left arm. I was like, "Fuck." I was like, "No, I wanted my right arm. I'm right-handed." The reason I put my right arm is because if my left arm starts hurting, I'm going to think I'm having a heart attack. So my brain, because I have anxiety attacks, so I start fucking thinking this shit.
Fuck.
But I was like, I lucked out. I didn't feel nothing. My arm wasn't sore. I was like, okay, good. So my anxiety was okay. But that's the reason I usually get my shots in my right arm, though, because if I feel weirdness on my left arm, my brain goes, "You're having a heart attack. You're dying."
So I got mine in my left arm. I'm a lefty, but I just got it in my left arm because like where I was sitting.
You're lefty?
Yeah. Where my wife was sitting on this side of me, so it was just easier for them to do it right there. They're like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Whatever's easier for you. It don't matter to me."
No, that's what happened. I sat down and that's where I was facing. But the first time the chair was facing where my right arm was facing them.
Yeah.
So I didn't think about it. I should have said, "No, let me spin this chair around." But nope, it was too late. He was like, "Okay, boom." And I was like, "You're done." I was like, "Okay."
And thankfully mine was right at SCC.
I had to go to Albany. I went to the Armory.
I went to CVS.
Oh, yeah, because they opened it. They made it for CVS and everything for everybody. Yeah. Yeah, fun times, man.
Okay, I got a random question because this kind of just came up as a related movie. Has anyone seen that movie Reign of Fire from like the early 2000s? It was a movie about the world being taken over by dragons.
There's a game about that, isn't
there?
Yeah,
there is. I think there is a game.
Has anybody seen that movie?
No. I don't think so.
Dude, I saw that movie when it came out as a kid. That's one of the weirdest movies that's ever been made. Like, it is fucking weird. It is fucking, but it's actually kind of good. It's interesting. But the movie is literally about the world being taken over by dragons.
You got me with the dragons. No, I'm in.
Yeah.
Should we add?
It's like Christian Bale and Gerard Butler and Matthew McConaughey fighting dragons in the future.
Should we add another one?
Yes, Matthew McConaughey. So basically, it's like a bunch of Brits. And they're like a bunch of pussies, and then there's these Americans, and then like Matthew McConaughey's like I kill the fucking dragons, from America, where we kill the fucking dragon.
Yeah, now I want to see it now.
Should we add a wheel that's just the weirdest shit wheel?
Dude,
Oh my God.
that movie is so interesting, man. Like,
I wouldn't know what to put on that wheel if there was that wheel. Like, I'll have to Google weird ass movie. Yeah.
Weirdest stuff you can find.
I would have to Google that.
Yeah, I would. I can't think of shit like that on top of my head.
yeah,
I
you guys got it.
I can name a couple horror films. Midsummer was fucking weird.
Midsummer was a crazy ass movie.
Fucking that was wild.
Dude, I saw this crazy, really funny meme. It was if the Animaniacs were in Midsummer, and it was like Yakko taking a hammer and smacking somebody. But like
I know what scene.
Yeah. It was hella funny because it was like Midsommar with the Animaniacs, and they're like killing someone with the hammer.
I put that on Aaron's wheel so I could force him to watch it.
I want to see it though. I just haven't. It's
the wheels are fun, man. The wheels are fun. But like I said, if we keep adding wheels, then the other ones are like we wanted to land on. It's gonna be
okay. Let's start planning. So once we whittle these wheels down, we should start planning to.
We're not even close. To whittling these wheels down.
No, not at all.
Like not even close.
But that gives us
at all.
that gives us plenty of time to. I remember the pictures of this now.
Yeah,
dude, this movie is actually kind of interesting. But it's literally about like baby Christian Bale is he works at a
McDonald's.
No. So him and his dad are like miners, and they're digging for coal. So his dad's digging for coal, and then a fucking dragon comes out of the coal mine.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's it. It's just the apocalypse. The world gets taken over by dragons. Yeah,
should have known better.
The fucking dragon comes out, and he's a little kid, and he sees this dragon come out of the fucking.
Stop digging so deep into the earth, man. That's
exactly. Oh, really? What did you expect?
Fuck.
You're searching for coal and gold. What did you expect?
You're hitting Middle Earth, man. Where do you think we're all the dinosaurs?
The fucking Balrog. You unleashed the fucking Balrog. What do you think was gonna happen, you dumbasses?
What's the dragon's name from The Hobbit?
Oh, Smaug. Smaug.
Yeah.
Smaug. Smaug is gonna come out.
You guys ever see Dragonheart?
Yeah. Was that the one with the talking dragon?
Yeah, it's where the dude hated dragons, but then he found the one that talks to him.
Yeah, and it's what's his name too? The guy who just died. The guy who was James Bond, right?
Oh yeah.
Sean Connery?
Yeah, Sean Connery is the voice of the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
I watched that. I remember watching that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's cool.
What's the video game? Dragon's Lair? Is there something? The video game?
I think there is a video game. That thing actually became a franchise, straight to video franchise.
How did we talk about dragons? How did we get on this?
I don't know.
I brought up the dragons. It's my fault.
We go off the rails.
I brought up the dragons. That's like, so I feel like that's a similar movie to Equilibrium, where it's like, wait, they made a fucking movie about dragons coming out of the earth, and then a post-apocalyptic dragon movie, and this is like they made a Matrix kind of gun fu movie. You know?
By the way, there's already a liquid out there to help you not feel feelings, and that's called booze.
Oh, that's true. Well, it depends. You drink too much, then it becomes a truth serum.
You drink until you can't feel feelings.
It depends on the person. Like, I had a friend who was like super alcoholic, and it would make him just it was the opposite. He would just talk a lot, and he would cry. And,
then he didn't follow through. He needed to drink more.
No, there's a line. He just went over that line. So
he took over the line. You're right.
You lose feelings, then you hit where it's too much feelings.
Yeah.
Well,
you go because like once you black out, and then it's not. It's like your lizard brain takes over.
Aaron, what happened when you disappeared for 10 minutes and we thought you were dead? Did you black out?
I unleashed the dragon.
Yo, I used to have that
Cisco?
album. Yeah, I used to have that. I'm not gonna lie, I had it back in the
day. I had it.
Was this the Thong Song album?
Yep, the Thong Song. Yep.
Yeah, man, he was the white man's rapper.
Yeah,
he was.
There was always like the friendly rapper. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been watching some of the guy. I think his name's Ray Parker Jr., the guy who did the Ghostbusters theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yep.
He was another one of those like the friendly kind of rapper guy.
Will Smith never swore.
Mm-hmm. Will Smith, yeah.
Not in his music, at least.
Yeah, in the music.
There's always that kind of rap.
I think it was something about his grandmother whoop his ass or some shit.
Yeah, I mean rap in general from the beginning, from the very kind of early. It was just like party music. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a party. It's a house party. We're gonna get high.
Jump.
Yeah. Then they made that movie, the house party. That movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I watched them all.
There's how many were there? There was at least 3, right?
Yeah, I think there's like 3 or 4 maybe.
Yeah, and then they got weird when they had fucking Marcus Houston and them.
Yeah. That's when the movies, you need to stop. Like, if you can't get the original people and you start fucking replacing, you're like, just cut it off, man.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, just end it. But it's a cash grab. That's why.
Oh,
because the thing about these movies is like they don't pay anybody for the first movie. That's why. That's why they keep making more sequels. Because like I was seeing this thing the other day. Like all the people, like every single person, like the movie Friday, the first movie. Basically, every actor got paid $5,000, which is like fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they got paid.
That is a fucking classic.
Yeah,
man.
But that's why they made all these sequels, because then they're getting paid $500,000 or $1 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna pay me, and I'm gonna make a sequel.
Yeah, that is a fucking classic, and I feel that's like a classic across the board. You can say of course it's a black movie, but it wasn't one of those black movies that just like say black households seen, so to speak. Like I feel like everybody's seen that because
man, everyone loved that movie.
The comedy in the movie was across the board.
Yeah,
because it was like, again, yes, you could say it was black comedy, but it was also like kind of like, I don't want to say poverty. It was like that.
Well, yeah, because it's about 2 guys hanging out in their neighborhood and then seeing all the basically kind of trashy random remember that thing where the like super hoe chick shows up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like there's there's a lot of neighborhoods who got super hoes.
Oh yeah, that
one chick.
Yeah, the one chick of the town.
Yep.
Super.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Cool. So, Equilibrium.
Yes.
What's the rating for that?
No, I don't think we gave ratings for Equilibrium.
Yeah, how many gun fu katana? How many gun fu katanas out of 10 or whatever?
6 for me. A solid 6. I gave the other. What did I give the other movie? A 6 or a 7? I think I gave it a 7. I don't remember now.
Did you rate Commando? I don't even remember now.
Well, I'll give it a 7 if I didn't.
Okay.
I like Commando a little bit better. It had my attention a little bit more. It was a little more entertaining, I think, of the cheesy, corny humor. And with Equilibrium, the story was it was boring. It was a boring story, but the action really made up for it. Like, if it wasn't for the action, this movie would have sucked, in my opinion. The action was fucking all. The action was really fucking badass. I love, as you guys know, I'm a horror fan. I'm a horror fiend, or whatever you want to call it. I love the gore in this movie. The gore was fucking awesome.
There was some good gore.
It was fucking wild.
There could have been more, but there was some good stuff.
And on top of that, even though they did kill the dogs, I'm glad. Well, of course, it was just background. I'm glad they didn't show it.
Oh yeah. No, dude, that pisses people off more than people dying. Is killing animals.
That's why, like, if they found that dog and he actually killed that puppy, I was like, "Don't do it, man."
I didn't know why John Wick went on a murdering spree until I saw that they killed his puppy, and then I understood it.
Yep. Yeah. Like, they deserve it, you motherfuckers.
Every one of them deserved it.
Oh man! And I'll give this a 7.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know you're not done. Go ahead. If you had to add more.
Say really quick with Christian Bale's character, when the guy's killing the dogs and he tries to stop them, right there you can kind of tell he's changing from the drug mindset, because they're basically all drugged. So
he was making excuses, like we need them for evidence or some. He always had an excuse, but it didn't work.
To test them for something, for like a disease or something. I don't think he used the phrase, so to speak.
Yeah, but
for something like that, make sure they don't have anything that's contagious. Some shit. I forgot what he said exactly. And I'm just like, okay, if you just tell me when to fucking keep the puppy. Shit, you had to kill them all anyway. I'm keeping this fucking puppy. Fuck it. Simple as that.
I'm gonna give it a 7. Gun Foos. I like the story, actually. I thought it was interesting. It was like, I was like, okay, this makes sense. You're fucking injecting something, it's turning you into a fucking robot. Then you get off it. Then you're seeing the feelings and like what everything's wrong, what's going on in the world. and he just loses his mind. He just starts fucking everything up,
Mhm.
trying to make it normal again. So the story didn't bother me. I liked it, but the fucking action what made it. If it didn't have this action, it would be a lower score. But the fucking, I did not expect. I thought regular gunfighting, but when they fucking did the martial arts with it and the fucking the Matrix type shit, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is badass. Awesome fight scenes. So that's why I'm giving it higher. I'm giving it a 7.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna give it a 7. Like the action was awesome. Like their gun fu, the sword scenes. Listen, I thought the story was fine. I thought they didn't develop it as much as they could have. Like it's an hour and probably 40-minute movie. I think.
Yeah,
I think you make this 2 hours and you build a little more backstory. Like I would have liked to have seen more effects of him, like not taking his doses, like going through more of like a drug withdrawal, things like that. I would have liked to see a little more development between him and, kind of teaming up with the Resistance, because he wasn't part of the Resistance. And then he meets the Resistance, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'll kill the father." Okay, that escalated real quick. Like there could have been a lot more development, or maybe even just if you wanted to fit it in that time frame, maybe written it better. But
Yeah.
7 all around, because that action, this was some of the coolest action I've seen in a movie.
Yeah.
So for me, this is like a 9. Like I really like this movie. Like I've always liked it, and I feel like I saw it at the right time, like as a kid. And I feel like I saw The Matrix. I just watched The Matrix a bunch of times. Then I saw this, and it's The Matrix light, but like not in a bad way, because like the gun fu stuff is different. It's like its own thing, but it still gives you that like really cool feeling of like seeing some crazy shit, and it's super badass, and it's hard R like that. I just love this, and I feel like there's really almost no movie like this. Like, yeah, it's like The Matrix, it's like John Wick, but this thing's totally different because the way that it blends all these things, it just like takes them and it does something different with it, which is what I like so much about this movie. Is, like we were talking about, just like the just imagining a world where there's a fucking martial art where you use guns to do kung fu, and then you can know where every bullet's gonna come, so you can kill everybody. Like that's insane. That's insane that they're, and that's basically the main character. Like he is the master of this martial art, which is why he's fucking untouchable.
Yep, the top student for a reason.
Yeah, and so like when he gets into a fight with people, and he's got some guns, he's got 2 handguns, you're fucking dead. You're dead.
Or a sword, apparently.
Yeah.
He had fucking weapons shooting out of his wrist.
Yeah.
Fucking guns just it's like fucking shit up. I was like, damn.
And I love too, like the way that they like make the glass on the people's face explode and shit. Shatters, it's so cool the way it shatters. It's just like so over the top and like stylistic. I love it, man. I've always liked this movie, and I like this is one of those movies I like to proselytize about, like I like to talk about, because like not enough people have seen it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Having a sneeze attack over here.
Yeah,
I was one of them. I never seen it until now.
Me either. And I agree with everybody on here, though. As far as the fight scenes were just fucking amazing. Like they really went into detail. They really took their time when they were doing those scenes, and that I respect a ton. I'm gonna bump it up to a 7, and if I don't bump that up to a 7, I'm gonna bump Commando up to an 8 for me. Commando, I just had more fun with it. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, again, he's one of those actors, I'll speak for myself, that I want to hate, but I just can't. He's like a big, doofy, fun-loving guy that just... His action scenes are awesome. He's always in some cool explosion scene. He's always in a cool fight scene. He always has something kind of corny or cheesy. And he swore a lot in this movie, which I always found it fucking funny.
Your favorite's still Twins, though, right, Aaron?
I didn't hate Twins. It was okay. I forgot what I rated Twins.
I think you rated it high.
I like this better, though. I like this a lot better than Twins. Like, I like Arnold Schwarzenegger in these type of roles where it's more action-based than...
Yeah, it's simple action movie. Simple formula.
Yeah. That's
his strength.
It's not like Mission Impossible where there's side stories and
there's got to be... Yeah, and you gotta you gotta think that this dude is smart. With Arnold, like he's smart enough to like know how to kill you. And that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like tactical shit. Like I know how to follow someone. I know how to plan ahead. Like how am I going to kill this guy? Try to find this guy. That's all he was programmed for. Fucking that's it. And that's what it was. It was really simple. It's
He
like
could
no
smell
fucking-
danger.
You can smell danger.
You know what I thought too? So the beginning scene, the helicopter comes and it's his captain or whatever. After the captain leaves and those guys come out of nowhere, right once the captain leaves, I was like, I don't trust this guy.
Oh,
And
you thought it was the okay.
The captain seemed a little shady too. Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm sitting here waiting for him to show his true face or his true card, so to speak.
Like he's the one that set it up. He was the real villain.
Even if it was at the end of the movie and Arnold has to kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it didn't come. It didn't happen. Even the part where he was asking, like trying to recruit him again, he said something might come up again. I was like, is he going to do something like really quick?
Well, the sucky thing is, it's a
probably
perfect plan. Bennett and them planned it because he went to the island to warn them, and that's how they found him. They were following, basically keeping track on the captain, the colonel, whatever the hell you want to call him, and he's the one that led them to him.
Probably a setup for a sequel when he was saying that, just in case.
Yeah.
Which we've already figured.
I did look to see if
Which
there's a
was
sequel.
Predator.
It's Predator, yeah.
It's Predator. It was Predator.
You know why
That's it.
But you know what Alien stuck in my mind? Because I was on a podcast earlier. What was it called? Phil's Better Show. The Phil Better Show.
Yeah.
And we discussed Disney doing an Alien film, and from the sounds of it, I guess they're gonna.
Yeah.
fucking-
Well, there's a
They're
big
gonna
thing
mix it in
now.
Marvel. They're gonna put it in Marvel, right?
I don't think so.
Alien.
There's a big thing now. So apparently, the people who wrote the first Predator sued Disney
Predator.
and over a copyright issue. So
Good.
Predator, we'll see. Maybe Predator is going to go back to these creators or something. Who knows? We'll see.
I
what
don't have a
happens.
problem with people suing Disney. I like to see it. I like to see stuff that costs Disney money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the crossovers. I like how Predator versus Alien.
yeah, I did like that too. I mean, the problem with all that stuff is like, first off, they got that fucking Paul W.S. Anderson or whatever the fuck to make that first movie, and it was just like that movie could have been like, if they got like Ridley Scott or some like serious person to make that movie, that could have been a real good movie. Instead, it was this cartoony video game movie bullshit.
Yeah.
Which sucked. And then from there, the franchise just went to shit. Basically.
Yeah.
But there's so much interesting stuff there, and because then you can also get into like what is the alien? Where did it come from?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
It's a xenomorph, right? I know where it came from. The dark planet where Riddick is.
Oh, I like how we're tying all these movies together. Makes sense.
Richard,
It's the
Richard
master
Dick.
plan. It's the master plan.
Ridiculous. What I love about that was like, so Aaron's watching this movie and he stops paying attention. And he looks back and he says, "Oh, what's this giant black thing flying across the screen?" And he's like, "I just saw a giant black pill flying." Dude, that was a spaceship.
Oh yeah, right.
I didn't know what the fuck it
That
was.
was. I remember
Yeah.
that was hilarious.
I was watching it. I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. Because so much weird, crazy shit was
So
going on.
literally, you know what happened? Like, this is what actually happened in the movie. Some dude brought up the Arnold Schwarzenegger like quad fucking rocket launcher and blew up that spaceship. That's actually what happened in the movie.
Yeah. And it flew over the guy's
And
head.
it flew over the guy's
crashed.
head. Yeah, and it crashed. Yeah. He's like, "What's this black pill?"
I was like, what the fuck is that?
That,
Yeah.
that actually makes that scene make more sense.
Somebody had a little too much. Somebody had a little too much of God's lettuce.
Yeah.
I might have. I don't remember.
I feel like that's a movie where if you check out sometimes, because it's like there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't work, and it's like, okay, fuck this movie.
Yeah,
You know?
it's one of those movies. I remember us discussing it, and there was other movies that I've discussed with you guys and with James. It's trying to do too many things at once. Like, you have 18 different ideas for this one fucking
Yeah.
movie.
Yes, you do exactly.
One story. Stick with one story. Maybe even two stories if you can pull it off. So where they combine. But you have 18 stories that go like 18 different directions.
And the thing is, like, it's not like it's 18 good ideas. They're all worse than the next.
Yeah. Like the
Like,
first,
remember the zombie telephone where it's like these people that are zombies so they can talk to each other across the universe.
Mhm.
It's like, what the fuck?
Why? Can you explain this more for me, please? No? Okay.
Yeah, that shit's weird. Oh man.
That's one where you check out.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm done. I'm done with this. No,
Another
thank you,
great,
Vin Diesel.
another great episode, fellas.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Fuck. I mean, I guess we can end it here. If you guys want to throw your plugs out there and all that fun jazz. Whoever wants to go first, jump right ahead and go ahead.
Okay, yeah, check my stuff out. Deep Focus Cinema Podcast. I'm on a bit of a hiatus, but I think sometime again I'm gonna do some more stuff. Again, we're gonna do a Dark City review. I'll probably end up doing a review of some newer stuff. I might talk about the new movie Nobody. I saw that recently.
Oh, how was that?
The Bob Odenkirk. It's John Wick.
Okay.
It's John Wick with a different dude, but
It's hard to imagine Odenkirk in that kind of role.
yeah, I mean it was okay. I think he sells it pretty well. RZA was in it. And like in a badass role. Yeah, it was cool. So was Christopher Lloyd's in it in a badass kind of role.
Wow.
Yeah. It's interesting, but it's totally John Wick. It's totally John Wick, just with a different guy and a different. They'd set up that whole thing like because you know how in John Wick they set up the universe.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Nobody, they do the same thing where it's like, oh, there's these other assassins and these other people, and oh, this guy, he's really badass, and people are afraid of him for we don't know why, So there's all that kind of shit. Yeah, so I might talk about that. That was like the last movie I saw. Theaters are like open again, so I've been like seeing some stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, so check that out. Deep Focus Cinema Podcast. Watch my stuff.
Stories from a Bar. New episode just posted this weekend with a new brewery in Gilderland, New York. Talking to those guys. Got some fun virtual happy hours coming up, so be sure to check check me out on social media. Stories FAB or Stories from a Bar on Facebook. Stories FAB on Twitter and Instagram.
Nice,
And of course, Popcorn and Pints at Popcorn Pints on Twitter.
Yes.
Popcorn and Pints, like Chris said, Twitter, Instagram, Popcorn and Pints on Instagram.
Yes.
And you can see me Tuesday and Thursdays, Horror Source 30, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And continue on, Aaron.
Well, as James said, Horror Research 30 Tuesday nights and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, which we are actually reviewing Hereditary.
Oh.
Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and this is
that's a fucking creepy looking picture.
Yeah,
the movie is a mind fuck.
It is a mind fuck, yeah.
I'll say this really quick: if anybody, whoever's watching now, which there's at least one person watching now, or I mean, if you want to review this movie with us, it'll be Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Me and James will be reviewing it. Whoever else wants to jump on with us, Ibrahim, of course, that goes to you. Chris, that goes to you, but I know you have an early bedtime. So
some of us have to work.
Hey,
I do too. I do it.
Some of us have a day job.
Right from home, though. I just got to roll over, turn the laptop on.
Do that.
I don't even have to put any pants on if I don't want to. Yep, I said it. But yeah, so Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Again, we're doing
I feel like he's not wearing pants right now.
No,
Like, question it. Like,
Okay.
damn it.
I mean, we only see down to his waist.
listen, man. I want to be comfortable. But like I said, we're doing and Popcorn and Pints on Saturdays, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So you can find Horror Research 30 Facebook. There's a Horror Research 30 group. Feel free to share anything and everything horror related in that group. There's a Horror Research 30 page. Please give that page a like as well as joining the group. The Z Network. There's a Facebook group. Give that a join. Popcorn and Pints. Go ahead and check that out. The Z Network on YouTube. Horror Research 30 on YouTube. The Z Network, as far as audio podcasts, Horror Research 30 as far as audio podcast goes, which I have to catch up with both of those on the audio wave. What else? Twitch, horror_with_stir_30 and the_Z_ network. I believe that's everything. Yeah, again, check out the Z Network. Check out Deep Focus Cinema Podcast. Check out Stories from a Bar. And so tomorrow, I'm going to let you guys know as well. I just told these guys. They sent me their logos for their other shows. I think that's all I need, right? Logos and then like times that your shows run. If you guys have weekly shows, whatever, what times people can find it. And put it this way, you're going to have all the information. All the shit that we say at the end, there's going to be an overlay of that at the end of the episodes with 4 squares that tells you where you can find all of our shit. So
you just point instead of saying like, yeah, you see
I
it.
say it all the time. Yeah, I can just pop it up there a couple times throughout the episode and all that.
There we go.
Hit that like button for all of us. Hit that subscribe button for all of us. All that good shit. Rate the podcast. All that good stuff. Leave some comments. Drop some comments. Let me know if you want to be a guest on Horror Research 30. Maybe in the future we'll have guests on here. Possibly people other than the Z Network. Oh, that's a dog.
This is Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Oh.
She's my little mascot here.
Chris has a mascot.
I do.
Dog is so confused. It's hilarious.
She's very confused all the
Give
time.
me bacon.
Oh, bacon sounds so good right now. So do chicken wings. Bacon and chicken wings. But with that being said, people.
Chicken and grits.
Yes.
She's sniffing the microphone.
You want to put in a plug? Go ahead. Give a shout out.
Aaron's done.
It just goes. Never mind. Listen, people. Before I get crazy, we goes on for another half hour. Thank you all for watching. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thanks for popping by. Enjoy the rest of your nights.
She's getting frisky. She wants to get down.
Good attack.
Man, Chris is having some wild shit going on. So again, people, thanks for popping by. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.
This little girl's fault.
That's good. Abraham.